Well, good morning. God bless you. Welcome back to our study together in the book of John today. We're on day 48, and so we're glad to have you with us, and I appreciate you following along and watching throughout this series together with us. As always, we would love to be praying for you if you have a situation or need. Please contact us through the information that is available on the screen, and we would love to hear from you and love to be praying with you and agreeing with you about your situation or your need. And so this morning we're going to get back over into our scriptures. We're continuing in John chapter 12 today, and where we left off yesterday, Jesus had made the statement that the hour was come, and he had made the statement unto them. He said, should I say, Father, save me from this hour? So as we pick up in verse 27, he says, now is my soul troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. He says, but for this hour came I into the world. Father, glorify thy name. Then came there a voice from heaven, saying, I have both glorified it, and will glorify it again. The people therefore that stood by and heard it said, it thundered. Others said, an angel spake to him. Jesus answered and said, this voice came not because of me, but for your sakes. Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out. And watch what Jesus says in 32. He says, and if I be lifted up from the earth, I will draw all men unto me. And 33 tells us this, he said, signifying what death he should die. So we find here in the scriptures that Jesus had makes a statement unto them that he's continuing in this conversation that he had. We were seeing yesterday that the Father had spoke over him in that moment, and so people heard it. A lot of people thought that it thundered, but other people said, it must have been an angel speaking to him. But Jesus said, well, he didn't speak to me for my sake. He spoke to me for your sakes, so that the people would be encouraged and would continue to believe in him. And so Jesus signified how he would die, that he would die on the cross. He said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me, signifying when he was lifted up on the cross, through his death on the cross, he would be able to draw man unto him for salvation. And so as we go into verse 34, it says, the people answered him, we have heard out of the law that Christ abideth forever. And how sayest thou, the Son of Man must be lifted up? Who is this Son of Man? Then Jesus said to them, yet a little while is the light with you. Walk while ye have the light, lest darkness come upon you. For he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth. While ye have the light, believe in the light, that ye may be the children of light. These things spake Jesus, and departed, and did hide himself from them. All right, so we find here that they make the statement that they had always heard that the Christ would abide forever, and he does. But yet Jesus was trying to remind them, yes, but the Christ must come and must fulfill what he must do. He must be the Lamb that was slain, and so therefore he must come and die. And so Jesus had said to them, while ye have light, believe in the light, that ye may be the children of light. So basically what Jesus was telling them in that moment, he said, he was telling those people, if you're having trouble believing in me while I'm standing in front of you, you're really going to have a hard time believing me when I'm not standing physically in front of you. While the light is here, the true source of the light was here, as a man, as he was here and performing all the miracles that he did, you would think it would be so easy to follow and believe in him, but that wasn't the case. A lot of people would believe him for a season and then they would fall away, and same thing's true in our times today. Even though it's different for us, we believe by faith today, and that's why Jesus says, blessed are those that have not seen yet they still believe. And so when you and I believe today, and we believe that he is the light and he is the source of light, it makes such a difference in our life. So as we go down into verse 37, it says, but though he had done so many miracles before them, yet they believed not on him. Now see, that goes back emphasizing what I was just sharing with you, the fact that Jesus had made the statement, I'm standing in front of you and you're struggling to believe. What are you going to do when I am gone? And so and the fact that they saw him do so many miracles, yet they still didn't believe in him. And so verse 38 says that the saying of Isaiah the prophet might be fulfilled, which he spake, Lord, who hath believed our report, and to whom hath the arm of the Lord been revealed? Again, we see prophetic word being fulfilled. Verse 39, therefore they could not believe, because that Isaiah said again, he hath blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them. These things said Isaiah when he saw his glory, and spake of him. All right. So here Isaiah had prophesied the fact that the people would be blinded to what the truth is. And so we know that, the Lord wouldn't be the one blinding them to the truth. It's the enemy. It's the devil. And so bringing blindness, spiritual blindness into their life, when you follow, when you're living in darkness, you can't see. And so the only way to be able to see is to have a source of light. And so Jesus must be in your life, or you're walking around spiritually blind. And so as we find here in verse 41, it said, these things said Isaiah when he saw his glory, and spake of him. Verse 42, nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on him, but because of the Pharisees they did not confess him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue, for they love the praise of men more than the praise of God. Can I share something with you today? If you are ashamed to confess his name before man, he will be ashamed to confess your name before the Father. So you can't just believe in him but not confess him. All right? You start with believing, but you must confess. Every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that he is Lord. And so you're going to have to do that at some point. Why not go ahead and do it now, and believe in him now, and live for him now, and serve him now, and live with him through eternity, versus have to face eternity in hell, but you're still going to have to confess him with your tongue before all creation. And so verse 43 says they love the praise of men more than the praise of God. And that's the way people are today. They would rather have people be happy with them because they don't mention the name of Jesus than to mention the name of Jesus and the Lord be pleased and be blessed with your life. And it's kind of upside down. It's backwards, because people, they enjoy the praise of men more than they do the praise of God. And so we find in 44, Jesus cried and said, he that believeth on me, believeth not on me, but on him that sent me. So he's referring back to the Father once again. And he that seeth me, seeth him that sent me. I am come a light into the world, that whosoever believeth on me should not abide in darkness. And if a man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not, for I came not to judge the world, but to save the world. He that rejecteth me and receiveth not my words hath one that judgeth him. The word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me, he gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that his commandment is life everlasting. Whatsoever I speak, therefore, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak. Jesus, I think he summed it up pretty well in those last part of those verses there. He re-emphasized before the people that day. He said, I am come to be a light in this world, and I didn't come to judge, I came to save. And a man must believe in me and must live for me in order to be able to have spiritual vision and spiritual sight to know the true way to heaven. Without a source of light, you'll never find the way to heaven. You'll wander around in darkness for all of your days. And so the Lord's will is not that any should perish, but that all should come to salvation and life everlasting. So, well, God bless you. That's all the time we have for today. But tomorrow we're going to be picking up in day 49, and we're going to be going over into chapter 13 tomorrow. So there'll be some great stuff there. I want to encourage you to be back with us. And feel free to share this with anyone that you may know. Share it through your social media, whatever. We would love for you to be able to do that. And if we can do anything for you, be praying for you, please contact us. We would love to hear from you. God bless you. We hope to see you tomorrow as we continue in our study together in the book of John. God bless you.